until the next meeting. Item number 2 is the ordinance of business license amendment. I'm going to ask Jeff to take that one. We were given copies of the ordinance the last council meeting. And I think pretty much everyone has decided on the 1.5% addition for each consecutive year until it reaches 100% of the scheduled amount. So if anybody has a problem with that, please speak up.
I think it was until we reached the discount on the cap.
Right, right. Up to 100% discount on the cap.
Do we have a copy of that here? It says attached. Is it?
You had a copy last week. I just didn't fill another tree. I gave you both of them last week. I just figured you brought them.
We had an option to increase it, Jim, until 2012 on the long term and.
I recall that.
I can make you a copy if you want me to.
Okay, item number 3 is a resolution to borrow funds for fire truck. And you have a copy of the resolution in your packet, and Joe is going to take that one. Item number 4 is a resolution to borrow funds for the police car. And you also have that resolution in the back. For a 2010 Dodge Charger police cruiser with bar lights. Item number 5 is ratify the mayor's termination of Patrick Kennison, police officer 1. I'm going to ask Joe to take that one. Item number 5 is the Clayton Park funding request, and I'm going to ask Jeremy to
It's for
take that.
advertising.
Is that what that is? I didn't know what it
They
was.
asked us to buy a banner. We're gonna have 5 tournaments over the next 5 weeks. There's 2 district tournaments we're hosting.
Yeah.
That's trying to raise money. Those 2 district tournaments cost them money to get. And so it's $750 by advertising.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's fair.
Item number 7 is the payables for approval. Jim, you want to take that one since I got Jeff taking one? Item number 2.
So,
Committee reports.
I want to bring up about the number of calls that we've run with the fire department. Also that I'll mention about the Citronelle Rescue. The fire department have entered into a lease agreement to lease the ambulances from Citronelle Rescue. We've got some other issues that it's about insurance, but we'll have to figure out exactly where we are, and I'll update the council on that. But we're moving forward. They met with Mobile County EMS, and they're real positive to the move, and they talked to the state and have their paperwork going in on that. So we're where we were this far last year, we're getting a lot closer.
And I thank you for all the hard work you've done, Joe, on that. The hours you spent meeting with them, and
It's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed it.
Jim.
The valve box has got some problem out there at the dam. Has any resolution been made on the repair of that?
Jerry talked to me about it. They repaired it. They haven't yet, but they're going to.
You know, how they're going to repair it?
They're going to, like it's got a cement, what do you call it?
It's a cement riser on it.
Right, okay, they're going to build another cement riser around that, and then they're going to pour cement and make it one solid. So it's going to be just like it is now, except it's probably going to be 3/4 thicker than it was.
Well, I knew that was one of the options they were looking at.
Right. I talked to him yesterday, and he said that was the way they were going to go on it. And I told him I wanted it first class, and we don't want to go into it patched. So that's like having a double
That she's
structure.
working on. On the minutes, we had talked last month, there wasn't anything in the minutes that I recorded or that I read regarding some comments that were made of the budget. The fact that we're showed about $900,000 in excess of $900,000 of missing our budget at the end of fiscal year '09. That wasn't reflected in the minutes.
That what now? You want that recorded in there?
Well,
I'll make a notation of it.
Yeah, I think it should be, yeah. I mean,
That we're missing $9,000, what was that now?
the
What do you want
comments,
me to,
What was the amount? Well, I didn't hear the amount.
the amount was in excess of 900,000, was over budget, counting the 582,000 on capitalization, 281 on,
well, that's in
Street.
the audit.
and the comments were made last meeting when we talked about the
You just
audit.
want me to say your comments?
You got to, yes, I mean, those comments should be reflected in the minutes, I think.
Okay, I'll put your comments in there.
Yeah.
Sure.
And some of the comments that was made upon question was that part of that $582,000 was because of the large dam construction. I don't think that was correct because we didn't start working on the large dam until January. So that wasn't in '09. So
I'll put your
No.
comments in there.
That's not, I
I'm
don't
sorry?
think that's right, is it? The actual dam fell in February of 2008. And the South Alabama Utilities started working on it immediately, and it wasn't all free. You know, we hauled riprap, we hauled dirt, we had a lot of involvement, and we spent quite a bit of money before we actually
Being the project.
got, yes.
Okay,
I'll-
but the 582,000 did not include the work that's being done on the big dam now. That's the point I was getting at. And I thought that was the implication that was made, and I just wanted to point that out. The thing I'm getting at, the bottom line is that we are, at the end of September of last year, we ended up spending 20.7% more than we had the year before. We had 6.5% less income. And in April, I had asked for a comparison of the first 6 months, 2 or 3 years ago, the first 6 months of this year. Hadn't got that number yet, and I'm really concerned that we missed the budget that bad last year, and we're now in the 9th month.
Well, hopefully we won't have 2 dams and paying for a pump for a year and a half, Jim, for it.
That really is beside the point, really.
Well, it's not really, but go
Well,
ahead.
but to my point is, I'd like to know what our revenue is, okay?
Well,
It has nothing-
you should have had that. I mean, ever since you've been in office, we have given you a financial report.
If you
Every
let me
time
finish what I'm starting.
we have gotten one. No, I'm gonna answer what you just said, and then you can finish. And Lori is working on the financial to bring you up to date for the last 2 months now.
We do not get a revenue report each month.
Yes, sir, you do.
We get a bank statement.
You get a revenue report every
Well,
month.
all right, it's compared, okay, well, it's compared against budget. It's not compared against the previous year, okay? It's compared against budget, and I got it right here, and revenue
You
is
should
up.
have that
and
from
what-
last year.
Okay. Mayor, what I'd asked for in April, and what I was given that was not correctly tabulated, was the revenue that we have amassed for the first 6 months of this year compared to the first 6 months of '09 and '08 fiscal year.